So I've been taking a break buying records. Well, I've been trying to um, stop myself from spending a lot of money. My week my weekly output of funds dedicated to buying records off Discogs was ridiculous, man. I was spending so much fucking money every week, um, and it was stressing me out. I don't. Records are supposed to be my hobby, and this it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be exciting to chase after these things that you want, and that's. I know that's a big reason a lot of people are into vinyl because they like the chase of the when the supply is low and the demand is high. It's very exhilarating when you finally get that thing that everybody fucking wants, and you finally found one. You found a copy for a decent price, or like you were one of the few to get in on that 30-second sellout as soon as pre-orders go up. um, it's such a triumphant feeling. But for me, that's one of the worst parts about collecting vinyl because that just makes me anxious. Jesus, man, you know, I've I've ordered stuff while driving because I didn't want to wait till I was home because I was anxious it would not be there. I've pulled over to order a you know 12 o'clock drop that was for a Zayo record. I was driving home and uh, hit 12 o'clock. They were dropping pre-orders for the what the fuck is that album called? Something Fire album, the really popular Zayo album that everybody loves. Uh, Dropping represses for that, and it was at noon, and I pulled over the vehicle, got mine in, and then started the car back up, and I'm going to check again just to see if the pre-order sold out already because things sell out in seconds, and sure enough, I I just made it. So like that kind of shit makes me anxious, and I'll be thinking about it all fucking day. It's happened every time for my Fief records, for black metal albums, even stuff I've had in my cart on Discogs that I was willing to spend the money on. I'll order it tonight, and then later that night it's gone. And that was the only copy that was from like a U.S. seller that was the cheapest. Or there's lots of stuff in my want list that I. This is really fucking nice right now, by the way. There's lots of stuff in my want list that I'll be watching for, and they don't they don't show up a lot. And then when one finally shows up, you have to get right on it. Speaking of, I should probably check my want list soon. You have to get right on it before it sells out. It's just a whole anxiety-inducing hobby, which is the opposite of a hobby, right? It should be what I'm doing to de-stress and not stress about. So what I've been doing, I'm not completely giving up records. I still love records. I still love collecting them, and I love my collection. I've just I've already bought everything I've really wanted. All my holy grails I've gotten. I went through this little spout where I was spending ridiculous amounts of money on updating my record collection, but I was making good money, working for my dad, living, only had to go out a, one day for the week for 1 hour. So I was just sitting at home all day, and I wasn't using gas money, so I'm spending it on records. And I built up my collection. I got all my wants. my big records that I want. I have a lot of expensive records. I'm very proud of them. I love them, and I love them. But so that I'm Demi. Hey, Demi, come here. Come here. What are you doing over there? I'm actually thankful that I bought everything. Goofy, I have a very all or nothing personality. So I'm all about records, and then I'm not about them anymore. And then I'm all about movies. I want to buy DVDs and Blu-rays and up that collection, and then watch movies every night. And then I'm not about it anymore. And then I'm back into records. Or if I'm not into records, I'm into games, like collecting my OG Xbox games. I just bought a PlayStation with the original Blood Omen. Gonna relive the '90s this weekend when that comes in. And when I was buying all that stuff, I didn't give a shit about records. It's all or nothing. I cash in everything or nothing at all. I can't disperse my interest evenly out. It's really weird. I live my whole life like that. I can't I can't just pick up the center counter, and not anything else. It's either got to be all messy or all clean. Uh, so many when I'm collecting, it's hard to buy just one album because I want the whole discography, and I just did that today. I got all the readily, easily available Dying Fetus records. Just bulk order them because it makes me anxious to order just one of them in their discography, and then wait till the next paycheck and order the next one, and just do that for weeks until I get them all. But I'm always worried that one's not going to be available, so it makes me fucking anxious, and I have to bulk buy them. Like my anxiety. It's an example of anxiety ruining my life. Just making me form all these spending habits that. Oh, excuse me. So I'm trying to cut back on that. And one thing I've been doing is I've been collecting. This is a saying I heard is when everybody's going one way, when everybody goes right, you go left. Everybody's collecting records. In the kind of stuff that I collect, a lot of extreme metal, raw black metals, really hot right now. When everybody's going right, you go left. So you know what I'm collecting? My left is old metalcore CDs from the 2000s, and new metal CDs, and alt rock CDs, and all the shit that I used to grow up with. Debbie. Debbie. Come here. Come here. So that's what I'm buying because, one, they're cheap, and two, because they're cheap, the reason they're cheap, is because nobody wants them. Nobody's looking for them. The only thing that sucks about ordering those is you can buy a 99-cent or $1, $2 CD, and the shipping is $5. So, but compared to what I was spending on records, that is way cheaper. So for the price of one record, I can buy a stack of CDs. And I've been kind of bulk buying. This past week, I've been doing a lot of metalcore from the 2000s. Dead to Fall. And a lot of deathcore too, with Dead Hands Rising, Molotov Solution, Casey Strain, like 2000s era, Car Bomb and fucking The Dead Walk. Oh, all that shit is so good, dude. All those cheesy breakdowns and I used to fucking live for that shit back in that day. Um, so I've been having the fucking time of my life collecting CDs for fucking cheap. So I've been building up a CD collection, just getting more and more back into physical media and I really miss CDs. You know, I wrote them off for a long time. I stopped giving a shit about them. I threw away all my cases. I wish I never did that, but thankfully I kept all the CDs and I kept all the booklets. They've been in a box in my parents' basement for fucking years, dude. All my old new metal CDs, my old metalcore CDs. So I recently got that out. Recently, as in like a year or two. I don't know. Within a year, sure. Doesn't matter. Got all those out. Fuck. This shit is so good. I have a bunch more CDs coming in the mail. I don't even remember what I ordered, so that's the rate at which I've been buying them. But, you know, it's like a CD here, CD there. When I put my iPod on the shuffle at work, I'm like, oh, fuck, I want this CD. And it comes on, or, oh, I remember this one, and I get all excited. And I'll look it up. It's $3? Okay, sure, I'll just buy it. I'll go, so what's another $3? And I've been finding a lot of cool new metal. Like underground new metal. That's like really heavy. You know, there's straight up fucking breakdowns and shit. And such a heavy emphasis on groove. Oh my god, like so much heavy, bouncy, groovy riffs. And I was never super into that shit when I was into new metal. I was more into the alt metal side. I liked the melodies and the sing-alongs, and, you know, Breaking Benjamin and Seether. I was more on the alternative side growing up. And then when I got into hardcore and metalcore and all that stuff, that's when, you know, new metal was a joke, and, you know, everybody in all my friend groups and me, and we all just wrote off all that shit. And, you know, I'm in my 30s now and revisiting all the nostalgic things in my life, and music has been a huge one. Um, so, what was I? Fucking forgot what I was saying. Fuck. This thing fucking rules, dude. But anyway, Demi, come here. Come here. Demi. What are you fucking with over there? What are you fucking with over there? You're gonna be rolling around in it. Sometimes she finds, like, guts or something. I don't know what the fuck she finds, but, like, they look like guts, like a mouse guts or something. And she'll, like, sniff it and then start rubbing her head in it and just try to roll in it. Ugh. Well, anyway. Peace.